my channel. Today's video is going to be a holiday tutorial. I did an Instagram poll to see what type of tutorial you guys wanted to see first, and most of you voted for a cranberry eye with a nude lip. So as your request, I will give you that. Also, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me down in the comments below. And if you guys have any other holiday tutorials you guys want me to do, please go ahead and ask and request those down below as well. Thank you guys as always for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. And as always, stay beautiful. Alright guys, so first off, you need to get some energy. So drink your coffee and let's get started. We are going to uncrust our lips using the Dior lip scrub. This is the sugar lip scrub. And I'm just going to use that to exfoliate my lips. And then you want to rub that exfoliator into your lips so you get all the crusties off. Santa, tell me if he really cares, 'cause I can't give it. So after I remove the crusties off my lips, I'm going to moisturize my lip with my Vaseline Lip Balm and put that all over because it's been cold lately. My lips have been a little dry. Now I'm going to move on to my eyes. Sadly, I'm almost out of my favorite concealer from Nars, and I've been using this to carve up my brows as well as use it as an eyeshadow base. And I just use my airbrush concealer brush from Sephora to blend out my concealer and make sure I have no texture and make sure that everything is blended really well. In my Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to mix these two colors. This is Butter and Pooter, and I'm using a Sephora blending brush, and you're going to just buff this into your crease with windshield wiper motions. I'm being very messy with this one because it's just a transition shade. I'm going to be using that cranberry colored later to actually define my crease a little bit more. This is just like security blanket for me to do. So now I'm taking this blush from Makeup Forever. This is an S214 Rosewood blush, using the same blending brush to blend everything into the crease. I'm also bringing this into my inner corner so that when I do the halo eye, it's easier to blend all the colors together. Now for that cranberry shade, I am using a metallic mahogany color from Kat Von D, and this is a metallic eyeshadow, so I'm just going to use this on my eyelid and a little bit in my crease, and this will kind of give us dimension for when we apply the halo eye after. I also use a MAC 221 brush to apply this all over. Now I'm taking my Nars concealer again, and as you can see, I'm trying to scrape as much as I can. Now for the halo eye, I'm going to apply it right in the center of my eyeball, and I'm kind of using my actual iris as a guide. Now I am taking this eyeshadow from the Jaclyn Hill palette again, and this is in the color Little Lady, and I'm patting that on. I'm using my fingers because with this shimmer shadow, it's a little bit easier to use your fingers than a brush. And then I'm also putting some Makeup Forever glitter on that as well. Going back in and blending, making sure there's no harsh edges, and curling my lashes. For my eyelashes, I'm going to be using one of my favorites from the Lash Label, and this is in the style Wildfire. I am using the House of Lashes lash glue and just using the Lash Label's gold applicator to apply these lashes on. And if you would like to purchase some of their lashes and get a discount, you can use my discount code Janiefer with 3 A's, and you can use that at checkout, online only. So the eyes are done, we're moving on to the face, and I'm using my Toofaced Hangover spray just to kind of moisturize my skin again. I did already have my skin prepped, Now I'm just applying my primer. This is the Becca First Light Primer, and although I'm more on the oily side, I love this primer just to give me a nice luminous glow, and it's very lightweight. For foundation, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Foundation in 4W1, and this is my newest obsession. This is the Clarisonic Makeup Brush Head. Girl, let me just tell you, this applies your makeup so good, so flawless. This foundation is a little dark for me, but we made her work. So I'm going to be using the Clarisonic brush head with my Clarisonic, and let me just tell you, look how smooth my skin looks. It makes blending so much more easier. Although I do have the Mia 2, this one kind of pulsates and then stops, so you have to kind of keep pushing your button over and over again, but I really like this with this foundation specifically. So now I'm taking my concealer from Stellar, and this is the Limitless concealer, and I freaking love this concealer. It is so good in coverage, and let me just tell you, it hides my dark circles so well. I like to use this as actual coverage, like a color corrector coverage, because it's so yellow and so dark enough to cover my dark circles, but it doesn't highlight me. So I'm gonna actually use again my Nars concealer to highlight me, and I want to finish this little jar. So I'm gonna take a brush from Bare Minerals, and I'm gonna use my same Nars concealer in Ginger to highlight my face. I do my 3 stripes, and then I'm gonna blend it out with a beauty blender as well. Back at it again with the Hangover spray. This is great. I'm just gonna spritz my face again and then take my beauty blender and blend out my concealer. Alright guys, this is my first time doing a contour with a cream with the Clarisonic brush head, and let me just tell you, it's freaking amazing. It blends the cream contour so well without moving your foundation underneath. I feel like that's something I really had a hard time with when using brushes, is that I would move my foundation underneath when I did a cream contour. But with this one, this is Chestnut from Anastasia, the foundation stick. It's basically just a darker foundation color, a more warmer shade, so it looks more like bronzer instead of contour, because if you have listened to me in my last couple videos, I don't use a contour color no more. I just use a bronzer or something a little bit more on the warmer side. Now I'm going to set my under eye, and I'm strategically putting this only underneath my under eye, because after this I'm going to go into a liquid highlighter. So I am taking the Anastasia liquid highlighter, and I believe this is in bronze. I'm just using my fingers to apply it on, and then buffing and patting it down with a beauty blender. After that, I'm gonna set with my Stellar powder. This is actually a highlight powder. I've been just using this as a finishing powder for my face because it gives me a really pretty glow. This is in the color Aurora. Now I'm gonna highlight my face, and this is my newest favorite. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Gold highlighter, and I'm using this brush from the beauty box. This used to come in one of their sets, but they don't make it no more, so I'm sorry, but it works perfectly for that. Now to finish off the eyes, we're going to use Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner, and we're going to run this along our lash line only, and this will give us the smoke that we're going for. I'm going to pick up the second to the darkest color in the palette from Jaclyn Hill. This is in the color Soda Pop, and I want to use this right when the liner is still a little wet so I can smudge it a little bit better. Then I'm going to go back into the blush we used in our crease and run that along my lash line as well to give us a more smoky and colorful cranberry effect with the dark purple. Now I am taking Anastasia's liquid lipstick in Stripped, and I'm gonna use that as my nude lip color. On me it's really pink, but I like how it kind of complemented the cranberry and pinks in the eyeshadow look. And then to top that off, I'm gonna use a lip gloss from Sephora collection, and it's in the color Nude Attitude. I'm gonna apply it from the tube, and then I'm also gonna just use my finger to kind of spread it out because it does get a little messy. But I do like this lip gloss because it's very hydrating and it doesn't dry your lips out.